Okay, so starting off in the tool, we're going to start off and type in incident, okay? We'll talk a little bit about the application navigator. So here, we have the filter navigator. What that does is it searches within the application navigator so you won't have to scroll down in the application navigator here. If you just type in incident, it will search all the keywords with incident. And if we scroll down to our application, this is the incident application. These are the modules within, okay? So here, if we go to create new, we'll create a new incident. Now, if you see next to each module, you have a star icon. That's just a favorite. You can bookmark it, add it as a favorite, go to your favorites here, and you can see it. Okay, so you can add that as the most viewed pages that you would see throughout the day there. It would be bookmarked. Just a quick thing there. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to create a new incident. So here we're going to type in incident, scroll down under incident, application, create new. You see here other modules assigned to me, open, unassigned. We went over these on what they mean, okay, resolved, closed. So basically here you see all your resolved incidents, okay, gives you your list view, gives you some columns on what is in the incident. Quick thing here, you can search, okay, on any list view you're able to go to and search. Always want to search by the value. Wildcards are accepted. Okay, and from any list view, you can go and create a new incident as well. Okay. Also, if you click on the magnifying glass, you can search by column on the list view. Okay. So if we go into incident, create new, this is where it would bring me back my blank page here that we saw in the PowerPoint. On the top, you have the module, basically the application incident. You have your back button. Here you have your form context menu, which they call the hamburger menu. Okay, and you right click and it saves. Also on here, export. You can create a favorite from here, copy URL, or reload the form. To the right, you have your attachment. Okay, here you can actually attach or drag and drop from your desktop. You can personalize the form. More options, okay, templates. Toggle template bar, right here, you're able to create a new template, okay?
So the personalization.
Yes.
Does the user see any of that? Or that is your, like, desktop?
Yours, yeah.
Okay.
So here we use these templates. What's the whole purpose?
Email templates, if you want to create, it's based on the table. If you want to create any templates, usually it's on basically most of your modules. Okay, it's on your Exchange module as well. Incident, if you want to create basically a different type of template, like what, for example, you wanted to create.
Right. I mean, if I'm doing the same thing over.
Yes.
Right.
You can create a new template base, find it from the table, give a short description, give the template name, fill out your fields here, and submit it.
So let us assume that because we are doing some qubits and all those things, and most of the time it is ending up to the ECR or CR. So can we use template for that? The question is basically for the queue building for advanced queues. So we usually getting a lot of calls for the advanced queue building for our CLDR database. So when we build it, it's not solving the issues there. So we will last few times we have to create the CR or ECR for that. So my question
Can you create a new
is,
template?
No.
That's just for you, if you are creating.
Yes.
Right.
It's for yourself to create any new template.
Say you got a call from someone and they have a problem, but they didn't call the desk, open up the ticket or incident, you're opening up the incident. That's what the template would be. Kind of useful.
Okay, so you have the options of creating the new template. And so that's your options here on top, more options, pop up on the bottom here. Submit and save, okay, they both save the form. Submit just takes you back to the previous page. Save keeps you on the form. Okay. First call resolved, one way to resolve your incident. Now within here, the incident form, your number is automatically populated, open by, read only. Any field's mandatory. Hover over the asterisk, tells you it's mandatory, it must be populated before submitting. So we're gonna fill out this form, okay? You'll see here anything with a magnifying glass. If you click on it, searchable, okay? So you wanna search the name, or you can just start typing in. So say if you type in name here, automatically turns to a different color because it's an invalid reference, okay? Either misspell or it's not in the caller list. Want to make sure, okay? Click on the name, you'll see receive 2 icons next to it. We talked about related incidents. Once you click on it, you'll see all the related incidents to that person, being it's closed, open, closed, new, resolved. You'll see all of the states. If you click on the incident number, anything underlined, it'll take you into that incident. Over here, you'll just, if you hover over...
Is that just to, if someone's calling for a status?
Yeah, and you want to see any related records related to that caller. So that would be a case, yes, that you can see here, any related incidents related to that caller. User, the profile, okay, so a little bit more about that profile. Now also, with this incident, what this related incident does as well, no duplicates. Right. So say if someone created an incident, he already created it, and you want to go in there and make sure, same description, oh wait, hold on, this incident's already been created. It's another way. That's why they show you all the related records to that person.
So go back to that profile, would that go over there?
Oh yeah, if you leave, you have to save your changes first, so they won't let you. You can hover over it,
right.
everything.
So I just wanted to...
And it'll show more information about
that. So if there were
user.
asset records associated with this person, like a laptop, printer...
On CI, configuration items.
Would that show?
It'll see on the bottom of this form once we get to it. Once we save it, you'll see the effective CIs. So category. Category, we're going to choose, if anyone wants to choose a certain incident, they can choose it. Let me know which one. I'll give it out to you guys. Anybody on the phone, or anyone in person. And let me choose a category if they want to walk me through and choosing a category that they would mostly do in an incident. If you want to choose a database network application.
They go to database and performance, right?
It would be
That would be the HG you're talking about.
database performance. Mm-hmm. And then your type, Oracle or Oracle. Okay. Configuration item, it's going to be required before resolve. So either you can fill it out now, or it's going to be required anyway before resolve. So here you would click on the magnifying glass, or we would choose a configuration item, just type one in. Yeah. Okay, your watch list. Okay, so here if we add anybody to the watch list, you can add yourself, or you can add another person. They'll receive an email notification when the additional comments field gets updated. Just click that lock icon, and we'll put a short description. So just a summary, quick thing of what you would put in the short description.
So basically, technically we are saying we can give the backup person name in the list. Suppose if we have 2 people backing up each other and we wanted to flow the information in between, we can...
On your related records you're talking about? This or?
Related, the list you were saying from watch list.
Oh, watch list, yes. You can add any other users onto here, but what happens is they'll only, if you add anybody on here, what they're only going to get an email is only when the additional comments field gets updated. Only that field. Yeah.
Yeah, advanced queue. Build advanced queue, that's what they usually get.
Yep. So short description.
Build advanced queue.
Oh, build advanced queue. Oh, all right. Okay, and then description will just be more detailed.
Let's just say which database is production, build advanced queue for production database.
This is just an example.
Yeah, it's just an example. Yeah. It's just letting you know, you would just give more details. Okay. Work notes. Okay, work notes, basically here, you would just want to put some work notes. It's always going to be required. Okay, so we'll just put in, for now, this example, the short description here. So to the right, we have contact type, default to phone. Okay, if it came from service portal, it would go a default from self-service. State, stays at new. Impact, high, medium, or low.
High.
Okay, your urgency
Right?
Yeah.
and your priority is critical. Okay. Your assignment group,
Of DBA.
okay. So at this point, that once you submit or save it, that person, that group will receive an email notification. Okay. Now at this point here, your work notes list, if you want to add any internal users, you can, or add yourself. And what that happens is they'll receive a notification every time the work notes field is updated, whoever's added to that list, the work notes list. Scrolling down,
Can we add a group?
on the work notes list,
Distribution group, then?
Right.
Like an EO distribution group.
there should be, it's in the works to have groups and to have names on there, okay? So it should be available. Okay, so another thing here. So here, we're going to come back to related records, and we're going to save, okay? Just to remain on the form. What that does is, always requires work notes, okay? Every time you make updates, that's going to be required. Okay, so here, what that does is save the form and brings you down to the related records and related lists. One of them is affected CIs. So the configuration item that was affected will be right here, okay? As well as you can add more CIs. If there's there's more than one configuration item affected, click on your edit.
Eventually, we'll be able to pull that in through CMDB.
Yes. So here you want to search it. We would either do a search, brings you here, or you can do a filter. It's more of an advanced filter if you want to be more detailed, saying that who's it actually assigned to. Like if you don't want to see, because usually what happens is in this search, it'll bring you up every state of the configuration item. So if you want to break it down to only see open states, you would actually do status. Okay, so you would find it here and just do basically status is, or by class. It'll probably do it as for now, because it should give you a form of doing status. Okay, and then it'll bring it over, save it, if you want to add one more. And then what that does is if you scroll down, it'll give you one more CI. Underline, so you can click on it to go in there and view the configuration item as well. You have your child incidents as well. Okay, so here you're able to add any other child incidents, or it'll relate from your, basically adding any child incidents here with your parent. Tasks, we'll talk about tasks in a little bit. Okay, so that would be your related list there. Scrolling up, okay, you want to make sure your work notes are in here. Any additional comments, customer visible, you also want to make sure you type in anything in there as well. That's viewable to the customer. If this needs to have any incident tasks at this moment, you have any supporting groups that will need to be helping within this incident, go into new, and that would create a task. Brings over your configuration item and brings over your priority. Okay? And always references the incident that it related to in this task. Okay? Your state is open. Assignment group, you would have to assign the task. I'm going to choose a group. And then your short description. And then description just would be more details, and then your work notes. Okay? As we said, it is backlogged to have certain fields required on here to make it easier, and to note what needs to be required for this task. Then we would click on save. So now your incident task basically got assigned to this group. If you scroll down in your incident, you'll be able to see when it was created, okay? And at this time, you can go into work in progress. Just put in working on task. Okay, we'll notify when completed. And then click on save.
So that task got closed, would that do a notification?
Yes. So once
So it wouldn't close the main?
No, it wouldn't close. So once you go and you want to put in a pending state, you can. Work notes, best practice to put in work notes. Close complete. Okay, so we'll make sure here that basically time has passed and we've closed the task. And we want to put here that some work notes that task has been closed.
So you don't have an option for resolve in that down score?
No, for the task. And then you would click on update. That will bring you back into the incident. If you notice, in the incident, your incident is still at a new state. It hasn't been assigned to someone yet. Now, we can choose and assign to at this moment. The group has assigned it to someone, and we'll put in some work notes of what we've done. Okay. And we'll click on Save. Now, what you'll notice in your state is automatically got changed to in progress, okay, because it was assigned to someone. They'll receive the notification, start working on this incident here. We have a task out, okay, that's been closed. And then at this point, if there is any related records, okay, parent incident, let's talk about that. Parent-child incident relationships, if appropriate. You can actually reference a parent incident, okay, search it. That will actually populate your parent incident, and you can click on Save. Work notes are required. Click on Save. What that does is, if you scroll down, saves your parent incident. If you go into this parent incident form by just clicking on it, on the link, the reference icon, it'll take you into the parent incident form. Okay. If you scroll down, one of your tabs, child incidents, okay, it'll reflect the one that I just referenced here. So the one that we just basically referenced, the parent incident, here's your child here. Okay? That's the parent-child relationship. You can also click, bless you, you can also click on the child incident that you referenced, and it'll bring you back into your incident. So we keep going within this incident. You have the options of creating a change request as well. Okay, it would be populated in here. The way you do that is go onto your form context menu, create change. Okay, that will bring you into the change form, and that will populate a change request here. Activity log. In this incident here, we have the option of doing the activity log. Okay, so everything gets stored from beginning to end of this incident. If you see anything that has a yellow bar, that's your work notes. Okay, you see here the system, the email got sent to this group. You can see the email. Talked about that in the PowerPoint. Click on Show Email Details. You'll see the email that got sent. If we scroll up, you see the funnel icon. Here's where you can filter out your activity. So if you don't want to see all, and you just want to see your assignment group, it'll filter out just your assignment group. You can click on more than one, filter out your category. If you want to see all, it'll just show all of the fields that were updated. Okay. As well as, let me just see here. Okay. Basically went through the related records, then your closure information. If you see your first call resolved is not chosen because we didn't do a first call resolved. Okay, so if it was, it would have been populated to yes. But since we haven't, it won't be populated. Okay, the knowledge checkbox is there.
Would that be locked down? The first call resolved?
It is if you choose first call resolved. The first call resolved option on top is not locked down. It's able to choose if you need to choose first call resolved. And what happens is the first call resolved gets populated to yes. Okay,
So you can't fill that in there?
Right now, you can fill that in. What that does...
prevented going forward? Is that a backlog?
No, at the moment it's not. You can...
My thinking is the only first call resolution should be from the desk.
It's open right now. It is talked about. That is one of the options because we did get a lot of feedback from that who should use it. Yeah. So it is something that is going to get talked about and is in the works, but we have to figure out if it's going to be in the backlog as well. Knowledge, it is here. The knowledge phase is not yet available, but it is on here. Okay. As a checkbox, but as a training perspective, I do have to just let you know.
What does that do?
Create a knowledge article. So it's basically...
Does that pull in from the incident? Or you have to actually develop your own article?
You have to develop your own knowledge article,
so
yes.
It'll be from the support team would develop their own article based on this.
So will that bring us a template like that you know?
It's not available now. It's going to be a feature.
It's a feature function. For
but
later.
We'll come up with a template of everything that needs to come out. And then what's really good about it it had to go through a list of approved. So anybody just can't create a
No.
knowledge, it needs to be approved. So
Knowledge
it's like those
manager,
leads,
you'll go through
managers.
service,
Right.
certain approvals in order to view that knowledge
And
article.
that's going to be the same.
That's just
with
a-
the modules.
Something new that's going to be coming later on. The knowledge button is out there. It's just a training on my part that I have to let you know that it's not out here yet, but it is out. The button is there for when it does, the knowledge portion does come up. So, okay, so here we are ready to, in progress. One thing here, pending. If you put it in the pending state, your pending reason, these are the options that come up. You need to fill out one of these options in case you're waiting a caller or a change. So if you opened up a change from this incident, you have to put that in a pending reason, awaiting change. And then obviously your work notes are required. Okay, so you have other options as well. You can change it back to in progress once.
You get automatically prompts for that, or you have to be aware to do that? So if you did submit a change, you have to go back and change that?
Yes, you have to manually change it.
So it's a note that you submitted a change, to put it in the way to change?
Yeah, what it does is, once you do that, it automatically on your related records prompts the change request, but it doesn't go up and change your status in the sense of, that's manually. The only thing that basically goes automatically, once it gets assigned, the system will automatically change it to in progress. Everything else is manually.
And now a good thing also,
So
it's
there's
not an
process documents that we've developed, the photo policies,
We have to go back to the incident owner and see if there's any.
But, I mean, that's not a built-in right now, but also work notes. So when you try to go save it, you got your change record and try to save it, then you put in your work notes, okay, I just created a change record. This should kind of prompt you, okay, let me change my state. But right now, there's a process that needs to be added to go and change your state. Yeah.
There's too many do's and don'ts for a person to remember.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something that maybe an enhancement in the long run. I've seen a lot of within service now. A lot of incidents are more advanced in the sense of it has your process flow format there that'll show you the process, and it'll go automatically through all these stages and through steps. So it'll actually capture that. So this is something that we just gotta be patient, and it'll come within some enhancements. So here, let's go to resolve, and then we'll put in some work notes. Can everyone put their phone on mute? Okay, so we'll put in some work notes there, and then click on save. If you do that, notice that your message on top says that resolve code, resolve notes are required. We scroll down, we'll go to closure information, and you'll see that's highlighted. So we can't submit this yet without filling your resolve code. Resolve's complete, and then your resolution, your resolve note, making sure it's customer visible. Save it. Okay. And then at this point, you'll receive an email saying that your incident has been resolved. You have 10 days. If you see here, resolved by and resolved, get automatically populated. Okay. Now you have 10 calendar days to challenge it and close your, it'll automatically get closed, and it'll be read-only. And then at that point, you'll get an email saying this is closed and a survey as well. Any questions?
There will be plenty when we go up.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, that completes the portion of incident management. Thank you. For anyone who is staying for service catalog, you can give, oh yes, you do have questions.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Right now, when we use the remedy, like for a certain time, it will log us out automatically. Is there any way you can set the time?
You can set an interval time on your home page. So if you go to your home page, you can just click on the CMS logo. You can click on the CMS logo, right?
Okay.
Go to your settings here. Put this up to an hour.
The maximum hour.
The maximum. Right now, if you don't, ServiceNow is 15 minutes. That'll give you an activity. So you're best with an hour.
Okay.
And then you'll keep it at an hour. And if you change that, then it'll be up for an hour. Okay?
Last question.
Yes.
Personal query.
Yes.